Hello and welcome. I'm Yvonne and here's what happened this week. An international public media conference has wrapped up in Taipei. It featured professionals from stations like the UK's BBC, Japan's NHK, and Taiwan's PTS, which we here at TaiwanPlus are part of. This year, one of the big topics was virtual reality. Yvonne reports.
Turning their heads up and down, or leaning forward just a little bit, with just a small movement, these virtual reality users can see into a whole new world. The topic here is not for the faint of heart, though, as viewers are transported back to Taiwan's White Terror era, when tens of thousands were imprisoned and even lost their lives due to political repression. This is The Man Who Couldn't Leave, an award-winning work highlighted at this year's International Public TV Conference, Input, being held in Taipei. Director of the film, Xin Chen, says VR changes the storytelling experience.
短短的30分钟，但是让你真的好像1950年代那些前辈们就在你身边，然后你好像可以感觉得到，那这个是一般影片做不到的，就是一种身体感这样。
Input is also providing VR creators with a chance to discuss the art form. Here, Fish Wang, director of Red Tail, shares how his VR film was brought to life. The work is inspired by his own comic story about a boy chasing a mysterious red fish tail in the sky. And just like any VR work, it's an immersive experience that audiences can only get by putting on a headset. But while people here can all see the potential for virtual reality films, many say it has its limits for now.
VR is a very lonely experience in the way I see it, in contrary to cinema, which is going to a wide audience, and television, even wider audience. That's the thing I think that VR needs to accomplish still in the future.
所以我在研究如何让它可以透过分享，让更多人一起沉浸在这个空间里面。
VR is still in its early stages as an art form, but as more people start creating pieces that take advantage of its strengths, people here believe it will become a powerful storytelling tool. Howard Zhang and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
An animation based on the legend of Taiwan's indigenous Tsou people has won the Best Foldom Art and Experimental Film Award in Germany. Tsou 175586 Little Warrior brings to life a Tsou legend about a boy transported to heaven to be taught by forest animals. Armed with a celestial spear and the gift of fire, he returns to his village to pass on the wisdom of ancient Tsou warriors. The Foldom Festival is held inside of a planetarium, and the organizers describe it as a showcase of immersive and digital art. Taiwan's southwestern county of Chiayi held an annual Taoist Festival on Tuesday. Sally Jensen has more.
Dashing into the water to welcome the visiting king. What you're seeing is an annual religious celebration in Taiwan's Chiayi County that's been held for over 180 years. The sedan carriers in this Taoist ceremony represent different regions of Taiwan. Together, they dash into the water to usher in the king deity, who arrives on an invisible boat. Dragons are there to lead the way. Thousands of visitors come every year to witness the spectacle. The ceremony concludes with firecrackers on the newly renovated pier. Safety is the priority. Taoism is a major faith tradition in Taiwan, and as part of Taiwan's intangible cultural heritage, this colourful event is not one to miss. John Tsou and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's purple crow butterfly is one of only 2 migrating butterfly species in the world. One researcher has spent years following these butterflies and is now ready to showcase his work in a documentary co-presented by TaiwanPlus. Harrell Hughes reports.
Blink and you might miss it. Taiwan's purple crow butterfly changes 7 colors in a matter of 10 milliseconds. This species is one of Taiwan's 400 butterfly species. But for documentarian Zhang Jialong, this one stands out the most.
因为它的紫色是瞬间即逝，所以要用超高速摄影机才能够把它捕捉下来。
Zhang is a butterfly expert. His love for the purple grow butterfly began 20 years ago with a visit to Taiwan's Butterfly Valley. The experience left him in awe. He decided to start studying the species and took his passion to the next level, producing a documentary called Lost Butterfly. It took 5 years and millions of NT dollars to complete. But for Jian, the joy this project brought outweighed the difficulties.
没有很大的困难，只有贷款有困难而已。就是做你最喜欢的事，都是很开心的事，没有困难的事。
The purple crow butterfly is one of 2 varieties of butterfly in the world that migrates. The migration pattern is largely dependent on Taiwan's weather and vegetation, but a severe drought that hit Taiwan this year has affected the location and timing of their travel. While climate change is a major factor, it's not the only issue.
不只是因为气候变迁影响，同时人为的一些因素，包括开路啦、路杀啦，或是喷洒农药，这都是它在迁徙时候的一个很重要的危机啦。
Chan and Kenting National Park recently began working together to better understand and protect the purple crow butterfly. They hope the species and its kaleidoscope of colors will remain an awe-inspiring sight for years to come. Emma Xu and Harel Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
Last week was Taiwanese American Heritage Week, which celebrates the Taiwanese diaspora. Our reporter Jaime Okan was in New York to see how Taiwan is making inroads overseas through its food.
At this intersection in the heart of Brooklyn, New York, a little piece of Taiwan can be found. On one side of the road, a Taiwanese general store selling things like chili sauce and dried fruit shipped directly from Taiwan. And across the street, a Taiwanese American cafe serves fresh rice balls and hot soybean milk. The owners of these shops say their goods are a way to promote Taiwan's campaign for international recognition.
We noticed that there wasn't a ton of options for contemporary Taiwanese American food, so we wanted to really humbly bring it to our neighborhood.
This is bacon pancake.
Yeah.
These are like our pork bontois.
This kind of exposure is crucial for Taiwan, which has seen its international space become increasingly smaller over the years. It's also one of the reasons why Taiwan's president decided to visit the 2 shops during a March transit stop in the U.S.
Back in March, when Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen came to New York, she met with several overseas Taiwanese owners, and she expressed the significance of these overseas Taiwanese and Taiwanese Americans trying to spread the Taiwanese culture around the world.
那我相信我们所有海外的乡亲都是支持台湾走向世界最温暖、最强大也最坚定的后盾。
And while this eatery's Taiwanese cuisine is served with an American twist, the store next door offers visitors a chance to experience the real deal. Its design is modeled after a traditional gammadiam, which means general store in Taiwanese Hokkien. The owners say that while Taiwan is known internationally for its semiconductor and high-tech industries, items like these noodles, dried fruits, and the iconic Datong brand rice cooker are just as important.
We make semiconductor, we make chips, we make great bicycles that are everywhere, but no one has really tried to market Taiwan explicitly through these items. And I think food also hasn't really been a focal area yet either. And so now, there's kind of a wave of Taiwanese food and Asian American food, and so we can really kind of ride that wave and share more Taiwanese food with people.
Just use it to make sure that the bottles don't break.
This food wave is just one of the ways that Taiwan is looking to spread its reputation. Often, the international media focus on the threat from China or on Taiwan's cutting-edge semiconductor industry, and other stories get pushed to the side. And that's why government officials say that Taiwan should show that it's not just the world's next flashpoint, and that has more to offer than just computer chips.
Taiwan used to be more active engaging with the local American communities, the global semiconductor supply chains issue, and with the regional security issues. Taiwan is now more and more recognizable by Americans.
While many people might already know about Taiwan through cultural exports like bubble tea, the 2 shops in Brooklyn are hoping to expand the world's palette for Taiwan, one sauce or dish at a time. TaiwanPlus reporting from New York.
Jeremy Lin and his Kaoshiung Steelers team season has come to a close, missing the playoffs by 1 game. Lin says he will use the offseason to think about his future. Yvonne has more.
Oh yeah! Put your hands together!
The crowd erupts in cheers after seeing basketball star Jeremy Lin take the stage. The season has just ended for the former National Basketball Association player and his current team, the Kaoshiung Steelers. Now Lin has a difficult decision to make about his future. Even his parents are weighing in.
就都问了我，你可不可以退休？所以我也是，当然他们也是父母看到我这样子也会很伤心。
Lin said playing in Taiwan felt like doing overtime, so he's excited to go on vacation. The Taiwanese American star burst onto the basketball scene in 2012 after his standout performances with the New York Knicks. He's the first American of Taiwanese descent to play in the NBA. 11 years on, he says he is in the late stages of his basketball career.
在现在已经34岁，快35岁，我就是想一年一年来。那我也不想把这件事做得太大。我的意思只是说，我要回去真正的沉淀一下，然后想。
Jeremy Lin has etched himself into basketball history. A whole generation of Taiwanese and Asian basketball players look up to him. And while his future is uncertain, one thing is for sure. Many basketball fans will miss him if he does retire. David Lin and Bing Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Oil spills are major ecological disasters that must be painstakingly cleared. But what if the solution was growing on all of us? Sandy Chi takes a look at a surprising material being used for cleanups.
Getting a haircut is a chance to relax for many. But have you ever thought, what happens to all that hair once it's swept up? Most salons dispose these clingings along with other garbage, not realizing it has special properties that are perfect for environmental protection.
头发本身就蛋白质所组成嘛，蛋白质很多烯胺键，烯胺键本来就疏水性，那疏水性等于亲油性嘛，所以它本来就会吸附油脂。
An NGO in Belgium says that 1 kilogram of hair can absorb 7 to 8 liters of oil in 5 to 10 minutes. The absorption can have an even greater effect when the temperature is between 0 and 25 degrees Celsius. This sustainable resource has already been used in many parts of the world to tackle oil leaks at sea. In 2022, the citizens of Peru donated hair to help with an oil spill of around 6,000 barrels after the volcanic eruption in Tonga. While hair can help clean up spills, it's not a miracle cure.
你吸完这些东西，它里面还是有油，你还是得把它收回来。你不是说哦，我今天吸完，因为大家都觉得头发天然的，丢着就好。
Oil-soaked hair does have another sustainable advantage, though. It can be turned into compost, helping turn environmental disasters into food for the future. Howard Zhang and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Bird lovers in Kaoshiung took turns to guard a family of rare black-naped Oreos from poachers. The family's nest was spotted in a tree in the southern city close to Kaohsiung City Council. Taiwan's local species of black-naped Oreo has become endangered due to habitat loss and poaching. Fewer than 200 are believed to survive in the wild. Though protected, the colorful songbirds are popular with collectors and can fetch up to $650 on the black market. Volunteers have been watching over the nest in shifts after a possible poacher was spotted near the area with a pole and a net. The city council also says it will do its best to protect the birds.
对整个议会来讲，对环境的教育、动物的保护，对高雄市议会的同仁来讲，都上了一个宝贵的课。
Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of the Taoist Festival in Canada. I'm Yvonne Young. Take care. I'll see you next time.